That message arrived at 7:12 a.m. while I sat on a screened porch in Kiowa Island, watching my mother actually laugh, really laugh, for the first time in 23 years at a dry remark my older brother made. Unknown sender. No name. Just 7 words that froze my blood. Asterisk, asterisk, leave now. Go home. Say nothing. Asterisk, asterisk, 12 hours later I stood in the baggage claim at Manchester-Boston Regional Airport. A man in a charcoal suit held a small sign with my name. Flanking him were 2 state troopers. In a quiet meeting room nearby, they showed me printouts and photos. I don't remember collapsing. I only remember waking under harsh lights with an EMT asking me to squeeze his fingers and tell him my birthday. That was 5 months ago. Sleep still comes in fragments. But I need to tell the full story because what my own mother and brother attempted, and what I ultimately did, rewrote who I am. My name is Harper Voss.
I'm 34.
This is how my family tried to erase me twice, and how one envelope and a stranger's warning saved my life. Rewind to a damp October evening in Manchester, New Hampshire. I was 12. October 22nd. I remember because I'd brought home a permission form for the Courier Museum school tour. All it needed was a signature and $4. My mother, Evelyn Voss, sat at the dining table, phone to her ear. Her tone was clipped and motionless. It's finished. She's out tonight. I froze in the doorway, backpack still on. She ended the call, looked at me like I was spilled milk. Pack what fits in a trash bag. You're leaving. My brother, Nolan, 15, watched from a hallway landing.
Silent.
Arms crossed. Like he was waiting for the credits. Evelyn opened the front door. Rain drummed the aluminum awning. She shoved a black lawn bag into my hands and delivered 4 words that still echo in my skull. Asterisk, asterisk out. Don't come back. Asterisk, asterisk, no coat.
No explanation.
No $4. I walked almost 4 miles through sheets of rain. My sneakers squelched by the 3rd block. The bag tore near Elm Street. My favorite sketchbook hit a puddle and bled ink. I reached my grandfather's small ranch house on Maplewood Avenue at 10:40 p.m. He opened the door in an old plaid robe, saw me dripping, and simply said, "Inside, chickadee." No questions. No call to Evelyn. He wrapped me in a towel that smelled of motor oil and cedar, then made cocoa. That was the last time anyone from my birth family touched me for 23 years. Grandpa Everett Lang was a retired structural draftsman who lived on Social Security and stubborn pride. 1-bedroom addition he'd built himself, tomato plants in summer, a workbench where he restored antique barometers. Evelyn never rotated phoned. 4 flannel shirts never drank texted. Instant coffee from No a mug holiday that read, card. Best grants Nothing. Ever. According we to might this as well kid. have been ghosts to them. My Grandmother grandmother never Clara pushed me was to the talk about heartbeat. it. Cinnamon But rolls once, on Saturdays. When I was 14 bedtime stories, and sobbing even because when a I teacher pretended asked why why my my mom mom never came to conferences, he set down his calipers and said quietly, "One day the whole picture will show itself. Not today. But it will." I noticed odd things. A silver-haired man in a navy blazer visited every few months. Closed-door talks in the den. When I asked, Grandpa said, "Old colleague helping with forms." I let it go. I had a roof. Clara died when I was 17. Heart attack, sudden. The house felt smaller afterward, but Grandpa stayed steady for me. He helped with college applications, drove me to open houses. There was a walnut box on his closet shelf he never opened around me. Once I asked what was inside. He winked. "Your insurance policy." He passed quietly in his sleep 3 weeks before my freshman year at UNH. I found him in his recliner, glasses on, open book about covered bridges across his lap. Funeral was tiny. Neighbors, his old bowling buddies, the woman who ran the corner pharmacy. Then Evelyn appeared in a charcoal coat and pearls, playing the grieving daughter. She never met my eyes. Nolan did. He leaned close during the receiving line and whispered, "Everything goes to Mom. You get 0. Afterward, in the parking lot, the silver-haired man approached. "Harper Voss?"
I'm Lawrence Halle.
"Your grandfather's attorney since 1991. He handed me a thick ivory envelope with a red wax seal and his card. He said, 'Give you this when the moment arrives.' It hasn't yet. Keep my card." I tucked both away. Rode the Greyhound back to campus alone. 18, one envelope, one business card, zero safety net. College was loans, work study, instant noodles. I majored in software engineering, graduated cum laude, moved to Austin with $800 and 2 suitcases. At 26, I launched Emberlink, a mentorship app connecting teens emancipating from foster care with stable adult volunteers who actually showed up. By 31, an impact fund valued it at $51 million. On spreadsheets, I looked successful. Inside, I was still the girl clutching a torn trash bag, my closest friend, Mara Delgado, an ER nurse I met in college, knew the whole history. Her rule was simple. If they reappear, it's not love. It's leverage. The first contact came on a Thursday night, 9:38 p.m. Central. Austin area code I didn't recognize. Evelyn's voice, older, thinner. Cancer, stage 2. Church every Sunday now.
Regret.
I want us together one last time. Family trip. Kiowa Island. Nolan wants to make amends. I said no.
She cried.
I hung up. Mara's verdict. Classic guilt play. Stay home. 3 sleepless nights later, I stared at a photo of Grandpa and me on his porch swing. He'd want me to test the water, I thought. I called back. 4 days max. My flight, my hotel room. She agreed to quickly. 20 minutes later, unknown number. Watch your back. I deleted it. Mistake. Kiowa in mid-October was golden. Live oaks. Dunes. Light that felt stolen from a postcard. I rented a car from Charleston and drove the causeway. Nolan had booked the villa, ocean view, infinity pool. Evelyn waited in the lobby, smaller, grayer, arms open. You're stunning, she whispered. You have Clara's eyes. Nolan, taller, polished, expensive watch, introduced his fiancée, Brooke Carter. Perfect smile, influencer energy. Heard amazing things, she said, squeezing my hand too long. First dinner felt almost normal, until Nolan asked twice what my company was worth. Family should share the wins, right? That night, unknown number. Has he mentioned money yet? I screenshotted it. Next morning, beach photos. Evelyn told the resort photographer loudly. My daughter finally came home after years of wandering off. Wandering? As if I hadn't been ordered out at 12. That evening I overheard them in the corridor outside my suite. Evelyn, she's doubting. Push harder. Nolan, she'll sign. Or we move to option 2. I texted the unknown number. Who is this? Reply 3 minutes later. Someone Everett trusted. Fly home tomorrow. 5:40 a.m. from Charleston. Car waits in Manchester. Trust me. ***, I stared at the message for 40 minutes. Then booked the flight. I slipped out at 4:15 a.m. Service elevator, no note. At the gate, I texted Mara. Getting out. Something's rotten. Call you when I land. ***, plane took off at 5:42. Phone exploded. Nolan. Where are you? Mom's freaking out. ***, Evelyn. Please don't abandon us again. Nolan again. We need to finish the paperwork. I powered off. Manchester Airport. Same silver-haired man. Lawrence Hale, sign in hand. 2 troopers. Small conference room. He placed 3 items on the table. A legal binder, the ivory envelope from 14 years earlier, and a thick dossier. Your grandfather's 2014 will leaves everything to you, Harper. House, accounts, investments, roughly $3.1 million. Conditioned on you reaching 34 and your family attempting contact. He predicted they'd only return for money. Then the dossier. Screenshots. Nolan to a contact labeled K. She's in Villa 308. If no signature by Friday, activate contingency. ***, reply. Contingency is triple fee, Nolan. Pay it. Lawrence introduced the PI he'd hired after Evelyn's first call, Sarah Klein. She showed debts. Nolan owed $410,000, sports betting. Discovered the will by sneaking into the empty Maplewood house 6 months earlier. Plan. Reconnect, trick me into signing a family consolidation trust, giving Nolan control. Then, if I refused, ***, accident.
Balcony.
Ocean. Clean. Asterisk, asterisk, one message made my stomach lurch. Nolan to Evelyn 3 days before the trip. She's stalling. Might need the cleaner option. Asterisk, asterisk, Evelyn, handle it. Keep my name clear. Asterisk, asterisk, I excused myself, locked myself in the restroom, and broke. When I returned, steadier, Lawrence said, "We move now. Police in South Carolina are already moving on the fixer." I asked only one question. What's in the envelope? He smiled faintly. Your grandmother's last words. Open it when you're ready. I flew to a safe hotel in Concord that night. Mara arrived at 2 a.m., hugged me wordless, then muttered, "Told you so." Next morning, Nolan arrested at Evelyn's house. Screaming mother on the porch in a bathrobe. Later Sarah's report. Fixer arrested first, flipped immediately. Evelyn called. "What have you done to us?" I read her own text back to her. She claimed it meant handle the paperwork. No one bought it. Probate hearings 6 weeks later. Evelyn's diminished capacity claim collapsed against Grandpa's clean psych eval and Lawrence's chain of custody. Mrs. Torres, a former neighbor, testified about the night I was sent walking in the rain, how Evelyn told police I'd gone to family willingly. A lie. The judge validated the will. Everything mine. Outside court, I told one reporter, Grandpa built things that last. I'm turning the Maplewood house into a transitional home for teens leaving care. We'll call it Lang Haven. Evelyn tried one last coffee shop meeting. No tears, just exhaustion. I set terms, no contact, no public comments about me, no approaching the house. Or the conspiracy file opens wider. She nodded once. Left both coffees cooling. Nolan took a plea, criminal solicitation. 9 years, parole after 6. Evelyn moved to a condo near Tampa. Quietly disappeared from her old circles. Today Lang Haven hums. 9 residents so far. Scuffed floors, mismatched mugs. Laughter at 1 a.m. overburnt popcorn. Grandpa's workbench stays in the garage. Tools still oiled. On it sits Clara's photo of us at 6, both laughing, back inscribed, "You were always whole." I still carry Grandpa's final letter, delivered exactly 1 year after probate asterisk asterisk chickadee. If you're reading this, you made it. I couldn't shout louder, but I could plan. Fill that house with kids who need what you needed. Choose people who choose you. I chose you every day. Asterisk asterisk I fold it back into my wallet. Boundaries are punishment. They're architecture. If no one has ever knocked on your door to say you deserve safety, consider this my knock. Build your haven.